Hey guys, today I am sitting in my office. It's Monday morning, and I wanted to update and give you a little bit more information on one of the newer complexes in South Beach. Now, this is the Harrison, and this is my weekly update on different condo complexes. Now, condos are throughout the city. I specialize in condos, been selling condos, Victorians. I also do TICs, stock cooperatives. I basically sell San Francisco, but really, when it comes down to it, a lot of people want to have that new building. A lot of my clients, they could be owner occupants. Sometimes this is a secondary residence, and when they come to the city, they want to have that San Francisco feel. So really, what I tell them typically, and a lot of people have their own ideas already, and so I sort of just try to help form that opinion and idea and get them situated. But also, a lot of times, they just don't know. And it really comes down to San Francisco and San Francisco living, and what are you expecting out of San Francisco living? For instance, there's a big difference between being in Pacific Heights, Haight-Ashbury, Coal Valley, Marina versus South Beach, right? But in the South Beach, I think really a lot of those buildings, you find a community within the building. Millennium Towers, I think, is the best building that has created that with their monthly program, and I think a lot of other buildings, such as Luma, have really tried to fortify the sense of community. Now, when we're talking about condos in South Beach, well, it's not Manhattan, guys. There's not a hell of a lot of options. There's a good amount of buildings, but it's not terribly cumbersome, really, when you come down to it. A lot of people want the views, and I'll tell you right off the bat, if you're looking for a view condo and you're looking in South Beach, you have to be looking at the Harrison. Now, there are other buildings like its sister building, One Rincon, that also offers basically the same views, but it's a little bit lower level of quality construction. Maybe I shouldn't say it that way. Maybe I should just say it's different. It's a cleaner look. The One Rincon's been out there for 10 years. It's very simple, elegant, clean. But when you take it to the Harrison, what the history is, the Harrison is basically the same building as One Rincon, except it's facing the opposite direction. Now, it was originally part of that same complex, and it still is, but it's branded the Harrison. And part of the reason is because after the economy came down in 2007, it left that lot that was vacant for years. And they had the One Rincon Tower, they had the low-rise, the townhomes, but that lot was left vacant until just a couple of years ago when they built the building. It was a rental building for a little bit, and then they sold the building, and then the new owners with a great designer, Ken Falk, they renovated the entire building, from the ground all the way up. They did floors at a time. And so what I really wanted to achieve today is to say, look, if you're looking to relocate to the city, if you're looking for a pied-à-terre, if you're looking just for a secondary residence, or if you're looking for an income property, especially when it comes down to income property and not apartment buildings, it's a different animal. But when you're saying, okay, I want a unit in the city, part of the thing is you want to have a great view. Where is the view going to be when you sell the unit? And that's going to be the most important thing, because as you know, there's a lot of units coming up and have been developed in the last number of years in South Beach. So really, what is going to set your unit apart from the competition? Well, it's really going to be, the main thing is going to be views, guys. I mean, come on. It's all about views. And the Harrison has fabulous views. And part of the reason is because it really lives on the south side of the skyline, the downtown skyline. As you go into Market Street and you're in the financial district or in that Soma area, there's a lot of buildings over there. And so the Harrison lives sort of on the periphery of that. So on, say, the units that are on the north side of the building, you get that nice city skyline view. But you also have Bay Bridge views. You also have South Bay views that go all the way down to San Mateo Bridge, So, it really comes down to saying, hey, if you're a view shopper and views matter, take a look at the Harrison. It might not be everybody's cup of tea as far as the design, and I get that. I think it's a personal preference. I think there's going to be more value at One Rincon from, an entry point to buy into the building. just because, you know, I think that the Harrison is really going to be known for a much more luxurious product. And when you think about it, look, you know, Millennium, even though I think is a fabulous building without a doubt, you know, some people are going to be gun shy on that building for the near term. And Lumina's almost sold out. So it also comes down to saying the Harrison. Well, the Harrison, the location's a little bit further up and away. It's not as isolated as it was 10 years ago, you know, because there's more buildings that have come up around that building, so it doesn't feel as lonely, you know. And that, I think 10 years ago, that was something that people used to say about One Rincon, but I think the neighborhood has caught up. But the interior, it's much more modern. So I wanted to show you some pictures going in so you guys could get a good idea of the look and feel. You know, unfortunately, the listing pictures are from the developer, which means that they're not necessarily pictures that are associated with the unit, you know, because when they go out throughout the building, they're renovating certain units, they're taking pictures, and they're marketing the look and feel over the actual specific unit and the view from that specific view, right? So you got to look at the Harrison saying, okay, well, don't really go by the MLS too much. You can see that there are prices in there, but the pictures associated with the MLS listings could easily be taken from other units. Okay, know that going forward. So I wanted to just go quickly with you a little bit through floor plans. You can see some of this information on the Harrison website. Clearly, you know, everybody's on the internet, and you can find this information. But the reality is, I've represented, and my team has represented it, I think, 5 transactions, including the penthouse and in the building, and we're always negotiating really good prices for our clients. And I think the pricing has adjusted on the building in the last number of months. You know, has come back to reality because I thought they were overpriced to begin with. Okay, so let's just go through this a little bit. Now, remember the building in One Rincon is facing the opposite direction. So I think that the Harrison's going to have better 2-bedroom units. One Rincon will probably have a couple better 1-bedroom units because the positioning of the 1-bedrooms. You can see different view on these. You can also see that you know, you have decent square footage, you know, on the 2 bedrooms, 1,300 square feet or so. Basically, the way it's set up is, I'm just going to pull up a B, for instance, but I want to point you to this map here on the floor plan. So this is going to be a 1-bedroom corner. This is going to be very much like, I believe, the 08 unit in One Rincon. And so this was going to face Twin Peaks. But these 2 units, I believe it's the B and the H, they're going to have the corners, which I like corners, so you're going to have a little bit of a view. And it wraps around. So this is going to be the corner that's going to have the big city view. Cities are going to be here. This is the front of the building. Bay Bridge is over here, and this is directly south, right? So that's just a sort of a view of the layout. And you can go onto the websites and take a look at it. Now, this is going to be an example of a living room shot that is going to be in that north corner, right? They're calling this a D unit, but I don't believe this is the D. I believe the D unit actually faces Twin Peaks. So please, you got to remember that the terms, unless this is, you know, this is a $4.5 million. So I believe that this is at a transitional floor plan. But you're going to see different views, different angles. So this is going to be the city skyline view, really dynamic at night. Here's going to be a little bit of the Twin Peaks view. You can see that's why they're showing it. It's really just because they want to show you what the living environment's going to be in this. This is facing the opposite direction now. So this is facing, you know, you get a little bit of the bridge. This is why I really question the pictures, right? Because the pictures, you know, this is clearly a lower floor unit. It is not the 41st floor. Look at that. That is the run up to the bridge. This picture is probably taken on the 7th floor, right? But I would just take a look at some of the details. Now, the biggest difference what I see from one Rincon is you're going to see a lot of brass. Now, there's going to be brass throughout the entire unit, you know, from kitchen sink appliances and our hardware to the bathroom to doorknobs, you know. And the thing about brass, you got to know, it ages. It creates a patina, right? Let's go up and see a couple more views before we get in. So look, here's another unit, 13E, and it has that same layout. So that's the frustrating thing about going through here. This is actually probably pretty true. No, actually, this is not an E unit. This would be the north corner unit, right? So this is sort of the layout that I find on the north side. Very similar to the O2 unit in One Rincon, if you're familiar, which is the Bay Bridge view of One Rincon. So you're going to go through here. Look, south-facing views. You're going to find this view out of the E unit. This is not an E unit, but you can see the One Rincon over here. So this is the corner, I believe the one-bedroom corner. I could be mistaken in that. But you're looking at the other building. So let's find, there's that. Guys, I'm looking for a better option for you guys here. Let's go into the amenities, shall we, real quick. So, because they keep on popping up. The difference with One Rincon, you know, One Rincon and the Harrison share amenities. You know, they share the pool, the gyms in both buildings. Uncle Harry's, which is the Sky Lounge or the old Sky Lounge, which is a fabulous view area where everybody can go into. And that's it within the Harrison. The exclusive views really in the Harrison is going to be the lobby, but also the pantry. Now, if you're familiar, this is the look and feel of the common areas. Look at the ground, the black and white. You enter the parking through a door over in the corner. The pantry is awesome, guys. Every single time I'm in the building, I'm getting a water. There's coffee. There's pastries. It's a great service. I mean, people come down just in their jammies. You know, I'm going to get a pastry and coffee. Come down and get it. There's magazines and newspapers as well. So, I mean, I think it's a really nice space. This is the gym. So the gym is on the lower floor. But this is, you know, with One Rincon and the Harrison, the gym was always supposed to be, the larger gym was always supposed to be in this building, the Harrison. So this is the end look and feel of it, you know. Very contrast to the gym over at One Rincon, which the Harrison people could use as well. It's much more, it's smaller. Bottom line, it's just smaller. It has all the machines and the equipment, but it's just smaller. This would be Uncle Harry's. This is on the top of the building. See a fireplace over here. There's a private dining on the other side. Great space if you wanted to rent out, have a party. You could reserve space, but also just to go up and have meetings and, you know, as I say, you know, go up and enjoy yourself. Fabulous, fabulous views. The other thing about the Harrison is you're going to have a concierge. Now, clearly you have a you know, fabulous staff at One Rincon, but the concierge is really for that higher level of service. Because remember, the Harrison is really trying to bridge the gap between Millennium, Lumina, and then you have the other high-end luxury condo hotels that, you know, have incredible HOAs, and people just don't want that level of service. You know, when it comes down to food service, you don't really need it. But they do have a concierge, and I know that they're working for adjusted hours on that. Last time I had been through the building, but great service overall. Here's another picture of Uncle Harry's. This is the private dining area of the building. Kind of surprising that they're not taking pictures of the bridge from there. Here is the lobby. It's much more designed like almost like a French hotel. You know, I have found that the front door support, all the support. Just fabulous over there. You know, usually I see that in a lot of the concierge, you know, or just the hotel staff. You know, I'm always, you know, I'm a pretty nice guy going in there and chatting it up a little bit, but super nice people, guys. And it just has this, look at this look and feel. I mean, completely opposite of what you would find over in the One Rincon or any other building, to be honest with you. I mean, this is just insane. I mean, crazy. But I do love how they have the center desk. I mean, there's a lot of class there. It's really pretty cool. Here is a view. This view is probably taken, midway up, maybe in the teens within the building. Not too far up. The thing about the views in this building is, you're pretty much, especially on this view, nothing's going to come up. Nothing is guaranteed in real estate, guys, but, Hills Brothers Coffee, that's not going away. You've got Portside, Baycrest, and the Bridge View, all buildings right in front of you, plus 333 Harrison, which is brand new building. Nothing's coming up, guys. There's one lot over here, but I think it's on Embarcadero. It's not going to go up higher than 12 stories. More of the look and feel. It's kind of hard to go through these and really just pinpoint exactly what we're looking at. But, you guys get the picture. So, really what it comes down to, and my advice is really, if you are looking to relocate, and you, especially in the South Beach area, and you wanted a good solid unit, you do need to compare all of the buildings. Some of the buildings are boutique buildings too, like One Hawthorne or the Blue, which have a much lower unit count, but great buildings. You need to explore all your options, because it's the subtle differences that are going to make it unique for you. And I do recommend, if you want to view, you definitely have to take a look at the Harrison. Is definitely on top of the list. It really just comes down to saying, okay, what is your price point? How are we going to make it work? Especially with the Harrison, I'm always banging down on those prices, guys. I mean, we have always been getting good deals for our clients in that building, and I'm actually really happy about it. I mean, when you're saving, especially in the penthouse, you should have seen the listing price that they started off with, and we did that great. I mean, that was nice. Anyway, so if you're interested in touring this building, want to talk about it, talk about the other condo complexes in the area, my phone is always available. I would love to talk to you. Once again, the name is Jeff Marples. I'm the broker owner, Square Foot SF. Been selling real estate in the city since 2001. Know the city very well, and would easily be able to arrange showings for you, talk about the different complexes, and make it happen for you. Okay, guys? Give me a call. My number is 415-336-9695. 415-336-9695. Call me or text me there. I do get a lot of emails, so I want to make sure we connect. And, clearly, talking is the best way for me to understand and get to what you are really looking for. I ask a lot of questions because I want to be on your page. So give me a call, and thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and have a good week, guys.